going on? Thanks so much for joining me today. For those of you that have watched the channel before, you may know that I used to have tons of trouble sleeping. Then I found Manta sleep masks and they've been fantastic for me. When they came out with the original Manta Sleep sound, it was a game changer because having that Bluetooth audio and a full blackout sleep mask absolutely changed the way I was able to sleep and the quality of sleep I was getting. And I have been a huge proponent of this. If you've seen my reviews, you know I've been so impressed with this. And I use it daily and have for over 3 years now. And this has been fantastic. But you know, no good company is going to sit on their butt and just have a good product and not improve on it. And recently, Manta released the V2 of their sleep mask sound. And this is it. It is a huge improvement over this original version, not only in size and quality, but just in comfort. This one was incredibly comfortable when I first got it and still is now, but it was always a little big and a little less breathable than like their regular masks. And if you look at this one, they've really updated the breathability on this mask. And not to mention, it is so much thinner. The V1 mask at its thickest point is 24 millimeters thick. And the V2 mask at its thickest point is only 15 millimeters thick. That's a massive improvement in how it sits on your face, whether you feel it or not, and allowing air to breathe in and out on hotter nights. And it has been absolutely fantastic at that. I've had this for a few weeks now. I debated getting the video out right when it was released or waiting and really testing it out, and I opted for waiting and really testing it out so I could give you guys a really good opinion on it. And I have to say, it has not let me down in any regards. The battery life is equal to or better than, kind of depending on your volume levels, than the original mask. The mask, like I said, has some huge improvements, not just in ventilation, but also in the way it's constructed. So on the V1 mask, you obviously, to wash it, you had to rip off this front piece and then you washed the part that touched your face. But because all the electronics are housed in this front piece here, that means this piece never got washed, and it was just kind of stuck like that. Which, you know, it's fine, it doesn't really touch anything, it doesn't go anywhere, but accidents happen. So a lot of people were concerned about that, and they absolutely updated that, because now on the V2 here, you don't have that front piece, as you can see, but you do have a magnetic closure up here, and you can pull out all the electronics from the battery pack and control module to the actual speakers themselves. And then you can just wash the whole mask, which is a huge upgrade for cleanliness. Another part that's really been upgraded is this little top head strap here. On this old mask, it was so cumbersome. I put it in the travel case that comes with the masks, and I never touched it because it was just thick enough that it bothered me. This one now has been updated, and it's at that point where it's just thin enough that I don't notice it, and I can just throw it on and I just kind of leave it there, and I really don't notice it at night when I'm sleeping. It's been fantastic in that regard. It's a hook and loop closure just like the last one, which is honestly really nice because that means you're not dealing with buckles or anything that you feel when you're sleeping. The mask shape has changed a little bit. If you notice on the original one, it went very straight across. This one kind of goes straight around the speaker and then dips down, so it sits kind of behind the back of your head a little bit more, like lower here. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. Like, it is more comfortable when you're wearing it, but to me it also feels a little less secure, but I'll have to test it out even longer to kind of see if that's just a fear that I have that's unfounded or, you know, something real. But again, the little top strap here is light enough that I can just leave it on and not notice it. And with that top strap there, it's not going to fall off no matter how it feels. Now, just like the last one, it charges via USB-C, and the battery life is like I said earlier, depending on your volume levels, it's equal to or it does a little better than. They worked out the battery so that when you're putting out more power, i.e. a higher volume, it's a lot more efficient than it was, because it was very efficient on the original here at low volume levels, but you kind of lost that at the higher volume levels. And this one doesn't lose as much efficiency on those higher volume levels, which is awesome, because even with the old one, I was already getting about 3 nights before I had to recharge. And this one is about that, but I can have the volume higher if I want to and not worry about losing that. But again, battery life is great, and I'm hoping long term the battery life on V2 is going to be as good as V1, because I've seen almost 0 degradation in the battery on this thing over the 3 years and some change. So I'm hoping that I get as much out of this one as I did the original, which would be fantastic. The speakers on the side are improved. They're softer. They have a slimmer profile while being a little wider, and the sound quality is also a lot fuller. It's very interesting, because when I heard that they were making the speakers slimmer profile to make it more comfortable for side sleepers, I was worried that we were going to lose some of the awesome sound quality, because I've tested a lot of masks like this and I was so blown away with the sound quality, because usually when you have thin speakers, you just don't have the room to make it sound good. And this has a much nicer range of tone and sound, and it's just a pleasant experience. You feel like you have the full range of sound with this, and I've been so shocked by that, because they are slimmer speakers on the side. They're very soft and they feel so good when you're sleeping on the side. Like I said, I've been using these for a while now and testing them out, and they have been fantastic. But yeah, this Manta Sleep Sound V2 has been an awesome upgrade over the V1. They took and they looked at what people were really using and how they were using it, and upgraded so many things that you really wanted to see from this V1. So all around, a fantastic update. If you've been looking for a sleep mask, and if you've been looking at this V1 Manta Sleep Sound especially, I would highly recommend taking a look at the V2, because this works so well in so many more situations. Like, I can actually use this when it's 90 degrees here, whereas this one, I was a sweaty mess when that would happen. But fantastic product. I have absolutely loved mine. You definitely won't feel like you wasted your money getting this, so go check it out. And as always, I hope to see you out there. Bye.